Hey everyone, welcome back to the PAX ERP and CRM video guide series. This series walks you through the various features and workflows in PAX ERP. In this video, we're going to be looking over how to receive customer payments in PAX. So to start, I will go into this payments module here. And we're going to log payment on this order here. When we click a row in this table, it expands and shows you the details so we can see how many lines are on the invoice and what the shipping and tax charges might have been. So they're a net terms customer and they are paying before their due date. So I'll go ahead and click log payment. This assumes they're paying in full. If not, you can change that value and it will just be marked as partially paid on the status. But since they're paying in full in this example, I'm going to keep that at the total amount. You can change the payment date if needed. And here I'll say they paid by check with the check number 89382. And I'll go ahead and click record payment. So now this status was updated to show paid since it was paid in full. If it was partially paid, it would change to show partially paid. I don't have any examples here, but maybe I'll quickly hop into another sales order to show what a partial payment looks like. So I'll go into this one. We'll say they just paid us $100 and they'll pay the rest later. Go ahead and click record. Here it changes to partially paid. So when they pay the remaining amount, you can go back in to log another payment. It'll tell you what's been paid already and then what the current balance is, and it'll assume they're paying the rest. But again, that can be changed if needed. So just to show the journal entries real quick, here was our first order, these two lines here. It reduced accounts receivable since that was a net terms customer, and it increased our cash in bank. If it were a prepaid customer and they're paying in advance of shipment, accounts receivable is not increased. Instead, it'll go to a customer liabilities account, and once shipped, that account will then be decreased. All right, I think there were some questions to go over. Question 1. What happens if a customer pays early and qualifies for an early payment discount? So when recording a payment and it detects that the net terms have a early payment discount, so for example, whenever terms are in this format here, 1% 10 or 2% 10, that means that if they pay within 10 days, they get a 2% discount or a 1% discount. So the payments module will detect those types of terms and whether they are paying within 10 days. So I have this example order here for 2% 10 net 30-day terms. So if they pay within 10 days, they get a 2% discount. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. So this detects the net terms have an early payment discount available, and it'll tell you when that expires. So it says the expected amount based on the terms. So this was the 2% one. And if you change this amount to 980, so the customer sent the discounted amount within 10 days, it will automatically check this box here, which means that it'll be applied to the sales discounts account. So I'll go ahead and show what that looks like in the journal entries. So we'll put in a check number here and we'll click record payment. So now that was paid. If I go into the invoicing module for that order real quick, I believe it was this one, this will show that discount was applied. And then if we print the invoice, that'll show the discount that was taken. And then if we go into the journal entries module, we can see that cash was increased by 980 and AR was decreased, and the sales discounts contra revenue account was hit, as was AR. Question 2. Can I apply one payment to multiple invoices at once? So payments on invoices currently require that you handle one invoice at a time. So if a customer sends a check that covers multiple invoices, in PAX we would need to log the invoice payments individually. There is, however, a future update planned in PAX to handle lump sum payments from customers with multiple outstanding balances. So in the near future, you'll see that functionality in the system. Question 3. What if a customer pays more than they owe? So if a customer overpays, PAX will show a credit balance on their account. To do this, you would first apply the payment in full for the invoice value, and then you would log another payment without an invoice for the remaining balance. And so, for example, if I were to log a payment on a customer that doesn't have a credit balance, let's just try to select one of these at random. They have a $0 credit balance. Let's say they paid $100 extra. I'll go in and say that was their check number. And I'll remember this code so I can double check. We'll first look at the journal entries. So customer prepayments or customer liabilities account, that will be increased as will cash in the bank. And then if we go into the customer card, we can see that they have a credit balance of $100 now. And this will just show you if any of that credit balance has already been applied to invoices or not. In this case, it has not. And then if we go in to apply that payment to an order, we go through the payments module and click on an open order, and it'll detect that they have a credit balance, and we can apply that to this order by checking this box and hitting apply. And then it'll show that order as partially paid. So it says total paid 100 and a balance due still 117. So, all right, that's all the questions. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about PAX, a link to the video guide series and our website will be in the description below.